10倍. Eliminate one source of profit, amplify efforts tenfold. Xiefeng. Hitler's failure, aside from the arrangements of the Tao of Heaven, was due to his overly broad battlefield strategy. He spread his energy across too many fronts, particularly with the opening of the Eastern Front, which led to his ultimate downfall. To stand out, one must concentrate energy on a single point. The principle of a solar cooker is to focus the sunlight reflected by hundreds of small mirrors onto one point. This way, the warm light becomes extremely hot and can boil pots of cold water. By concentrating energy on a single point, one can generate powerful and incredible strength. Jesus taught that with faith as small as a mustard seed, one could instantly move a tree into the sea. The reason we cannot achieve this is that our energy is scattered. Our desires are too numerous and too great, and we seek to obtain too many things. The blind hear well, the deaf see well. Eliminate one source of profit, amplify efforts tenfold. If we focus our desires on one point, our desires will be quickly satisfied. If we simultaneously want to become wealthy, hold an official position, become a scientist, artist, writer, musician, and also possess supernatural abilities, we will end up mastering none. The reason our spiritual senses cannot be activated is that we overly rely on our sensory functions: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. If we lose these functions, we can rely entirely on our spiritual senses. If you cover your eyes and block your ears, how do you perceive the world while suspended in midair? Only through spiritual senses. The better our spiritual senses, the less reliant we are on the physical body. Life can indeed be sustained by mental energy alone. If we could reach such a state, we would hardly need our sensory faculties and could control our life and death, leaving the human world at will. If we want to stay longer, we can freely enjoy life. If not, we can leave whenever we wish. Eliminate one source of profit, and efforts are amplified tenfold. Eliminate 10 sources of profit, and efforts are amplified 100-fold. Jesus asked us to give up family, property, and everything to become his disciples. This is not heartlessness, but a way to better direct our emotions. Laozi taught us to put ourselves last in order to be first, to externalize ourselves to preserve our true selves. Buddha taught us to be free from the notions of self, others, lifespan, living beings, and dharma. These teachings guide us toward possessing supreme enlightenment wisdom. If a person cannot save themselves, how can they save others? If they do not know their own future, how can they guide the masses? Therefore, there are too many blind teachers in the world, misleading their disciples. Self-reliance is essential. Saving oneself comes first. If your swimming skills are inadequate, how can you save your struggling parents and children in the water? Moreover, in the vast ocean, even if you can save them, how will you do so? Where is the shore? After rescuing your loved ones, where will you take them? Parents are a benefit, children are a benefit, studying and working are benefits. Making friends is a benefit, serving society is a benefit, supporting a family is a benefit, marriage is a benefit, earning money to buy a car and house is a benefit, honor and status are benefits. If you can eliminate 1, 2, or 3 of these benefits, you can amplify your efforts tenfold to accomplish great things in life. Ultimately, you will have everything. Letting go of everything allows you to gain everything. The ancient Chinese were wise. They taught their children and disciples, in books, there are houses of gold. In books, there are beauties like jade. The meaning is clear. Do not rush to pursue immediate benefits and beauties. Everything you desire is in the books. As long as you study well, everything will naturally come to you. At the time, this was indeed true. Likewise, in Life Genuine, everything is available. Whatever you seek, you can obtain. So, let's fully commit to building Life Genuine and strictly follow the guide's roadmap. Whatever you need, the guide knows. Gradually eliminating a few sources of short-term benefits will quickly lead to long-term rewards. 黑洞中的太阳, the sun in the black hole. Xiefeng. Let's conduct a simple experiment. Hang a 100-watt bulb in a room with white walls. You'll find the light to be very bright, fully demonstrating the bulb's value. Now, cover the ceiling and walls with black cloth, and you will notice the change. It seems much dimmer, as if it were a 15-watt bulb instead of a 100-watt one. What's going on here? The brightness of the bulb depends on the reflectivity of the surrounding surfaces. The stronger the reflection, the brighter the light. The weaker the reflection, the dimmer the light. If there is no reflective material around, or if there is no material at all, the bulb emits no visible light, even if it remains hot. The brightness of night depends on the moon reflecting sunlight. A full moon on the 15th day of the lunar month is much brighter than the new moon on the first day, because the full moon reflects more sunlight. If the sky is also covered with thick clouds on the first day, the darkness can be so profound that you can't even see your hand in front of your face. There is a sun within a black hole, but because there are no reflective materials, it doesn't emit light. It's not that the sun isn't there. It's just that nothing is there to reflect its light. Even if a light source is close, without a medium to carry the light, we will never see it, even if it's right next to us. No matter how great a thought is, if there's no medium to reflect it, its greatness will forever remain unknown. The greatest creator exists, but if people's hearts are dark, they will never see him. The Tao flows around us, but if people's minds are narrow, they will never experience the flow of the Tao. No matter how profound the love, if there is no receiver, this love will forever remain buried. These are simple truths, nothing extraordinary. But when we apply these truths in our lives, they will emit a wondrous light. Let's analyze this using the example of Life Changyuan. Life Changyuan's teachings can be described as profound and vast, but if no one accepts them, they are worthless. When someone accepts them, they radiate brilliance. The more people accept them, the greater their light. The higher the Tao nature of those who accept them, the brighter Life Changyuan's light becomes. Each of us in Life Changyuan is a reflector. The purer we are, the stronger our reflection, and the more people will see the light of Life Changyuan. If we are dark within, not only will we fail to reflect light, but we will also dim it. Reflecting light sources not only makes the surroundings clearer, but also brightens oneself. The more Life Changyuan members dedicate themselves to its cause, they not only perform selfless acts for all beings, but also realize their own value. The application of energy works the same way. The more you use it, the more it grows. The less you use it, the less you have. Those who are conservative or whose hearts are closed lack energy. Even if you possess priceless treasures or profound thoughts, if you don't use them, they will eventually turn into a pile of trash. A few days ago, my partner and I played a card game called Chao Di Pai, a popular trick-taking card game in China, or Gai Mao with Qin Celestial and Inha Celestial. This game taught me one thing. You must play your good cards at the right time. If you miss the chance, your good cards will end up useless, merely enriching your opponent while becoming trash to you. If you have good ideas, share them with others. This way, not only will your ideas not diminish, but they will also multiply and deepen. The same goes for love. The more you give, the more you receive. The less willing you are to give, the less love you will gain. If you keep love buried in your heart, by the time you die, your love will be nothing more than a pile of garbage. If you are the sun, then place yourself among reflective materials. If you are not the sun, then become something that can reflect light. Shine together, complement each other. Life is like this. You are either the sun or a reflective material. If you are neither, your life will be pitch black, ultimately ending as a pile of decaying trash or a dirty, dark path. Let us reflect the greatest creator's light and, in doing so, achieve a glorious life and eternal life. Guanmiao Guanjiao. Observing the profound and the manifest. Xiefeng. To understand the essence and scope of the Tao, the celestial Laozi provides an ingenious approach. Hence, always rid yourself of desires in order to observe its mysteries, but always allow yourself to have desires in order to observe its manifestations. Laozi's meaning is that to observe and comprehend the existence of the Tao, its characteristics, and the profound laws of its evolution, one must first transform oneself into a state of formlessness, completely letting go of oneself, without any personal opinions or perspectives, achieving a state of being without self. To understand the mysteries of the Tao's operations and transformations, one needs to immerse oneself in the movement and changes of things, using personal insights and perspectives to interact with the Tao. This statement also implies that by freeing oneself from the constraints of material phenomena, and perceiving the world as though nothing exists, one can grasp the essential mysteries of the Tao. Conversely, to comprehend how the Tao governs and transforms the universe, one needs to observe and understand it through the development, changes, and decline of tangible things in the vast world. Buddha's teaching, only by not clinging to the forms of the tangible world can one see the true nature of the Tathagata, essentially shares the same meaning as Laozi's guidance. From this, we understand that what is called the Tao is the Tathagata. What is called the Tathagata is the Tao. Laozi's teaching